The actions that were described in that IG report are unacceptable.
Now at 5:30, backlash from the White House in the IRS scandal. President Obama taking to the airwaves again today, denouncing the actions as a second agency official steps down. Thank you for joining us at 5:30. I'm Tracy Townsend.
And I'm Kurt Ludlow. We've just learned that Joseph Grant, the commissioner of the agency's tax-exempt and government entities division, will retire June 3rd. We have team coverage at 5:30, including local reaction to the growing scandal inside the IRS.
But first, Danielle Nottingham has the latest on the investigation from Washington.
President Obama is pledging to work with Congress to get to the bottom of the IRS scandal.
I think we're going to be able to figure out exactly what happened, who was involved, what went wrong, and we're going to be able to implement steps to fix it.
Fielding questions in the Rose Garden with the Turkish Prime Minister, the president insisted the White House had no knowledge the tax agency was targeting conservative political groups.
The minute I found out about it, then my main focus is making sure that we get the thing fixed.
Wednesday, he fired acting IRS Commissioner Stephen Miller after seeing an Inspector General's report showing the agency used inappropriate criteria to single out groups with names like Tea Party, 9/12, and Patriots that were applying for tax-exempt status. President Obama has tapped one of his senior budget officers, Daniel Werfel, as the new acting commissioner of the IRS. While the Justice Department digs into whether any laws were broken, 3 congressional committees have launched their own investigations.
Somebody made a decision to do this, and I doubt that it were some low-level employees in the Cincinnati field office.
Leaders of several Tea Party organizations joined Republicans on Capitol Hill, demanding those responsible be held accountable.
We don't ask for special treatment. We only ask for decency and fairness.
Lawyers for some conservative groups plan to file civil lawsuits against the IRS for damages. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the White House.
Stephen Miller, who is the former acting IRS commissioner, is still scheduled to testify at a congressional hearing tomorrow. Team coverage at 5:30 on the IRS scandal. Several Ohio groups now threatening legal action.
10 TV's Jim Heath is live in our newsroom tonight with their reaction to this. Jim.
Yeah, Tracy, Kurt, I spoke to the attorney for Ohio's largest Tea Party organization just about an hour ago. He says, indeed, they will sue the Internal Revenue Service, and they want several things resolved in that lawsuit. First, money. They want compensated for financial loss they say caused by, in some cases, 3 years of harassment. They also want a court precedent so that this can never happen again, and they want those responsible in the IRS to be punished. The attorney for the Ohio Liberty Counsel says it should be an easy case, while Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown agrees that mistakes were made.
Tea Party groups in Ohio are going to sue the IRS for violating their First Amendment rights to freedom of association and their Fifth Amendment rights as it relates to selective prosecution or singling out.
The IRS went after some small organizations that, because of their political philosophy, instead of looking at the big organizations that were spending millions of dollars in special interest money.
Attorney Maurice Thompson says he's not surprised that this whole scandal started in Cincinnati. He says it was that area of the state that was the epicenter of that health care debate back in 2010, which is when he says this harassment started. Live in the newsroom, Jim Heath, 10 TV News.